Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and I am returning to a game from last week, Nexus, and the upcoming solo mode for this 1v1 card battler. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our weekly podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and say hi on our Discord. So why am I returning to this game when I usually don't cover games twice this quickly? Well, because if you didn't watch the last playthrough, it was a bit of a mess, to say the least. I was messing up rules left and right. So not the best demonstration of how the solo mode works in a smooth way. So we're going to try again. And I did intend, as I mentioned in the last video, I played with the enemy at the second highest difficulty where they have 50 life and only play one card a turn. I mentioned that I might try where they go up to 60 life and play 2 cards a turn, or a lower life value like 30 or 40 and 2 cards a turn. But at least with the combined deck I'm trying here, which includes the, what do they call it? I think it's Celestials and Wizards. I ain't winning very well with this one. I tried them playing 2 cards a turn with 30 life. They murdered me. I tried playing with me having less life, like 20 life, and them having 50 life and 1 card a turn. They murdered me again. So we're just going to try the exact same difficulty as last time. Me having 30 life and them having 50, playing 1 card a turn. And we'll see how we do, because I'm playing with 1 different deck for them and 2 different decks for me. So let me talk about what's going on with these decks. And if you didn't watch the previous video, I would at least watch the beginning of that one. I'm not going to re-explain every single rule. But for the Celestials, they have the Purify keyword. And what this means is whenever a card says to purify, like this Archangel lets me purify when I play him, I discard the top card from the deck. And if it is one of the cards from this deck, it'll have a purified effect. Like this guy would get returned to the deck. This guy would let me destroy 1 unit in play. This guy would get deployed for free. So you're hoping to discard randomly, although it's not entirely random because there are some cards that let you change the order of your deck. You're hoping to discard more of the Celestial cards to get free purified effects. Whereas the Wizards, they're really complicated. They blow things up. Not that complicated at all, actually, I guess. Yeah, they just do direct damage all the friggin' time. Whereas for the solo bot, I'm still using the goblins from last time because I really felt like we drew a ton of Ratmen cards. You didn't really get to see the goblins do their coolest thing. They destroyed me the game I just played before filming. They just got so many mobs out. And then I'm also throwing in the slimes, who have this special engulf keyword where they can temporarily rip my dudes out of my played area and just cover them in slime like a nice gelatinous goo would do. Gelatinous goo? Gelatinous ooze? Oh man, I haven't played D&D in a while, I guess. But yeah, that's how we're going to go. So they're starting with 50 life, playing 1 card a turn. I'm starting with 30. Oh, I do get a mulligan. Let's see, the Arcane Library ain't that good. Archangel is amazing. That's like the best card in the entire Celestial deck. The Celestial Griffin, I mean, it's a free play. I'll keep that. A Defender's good. I'll get rid of the Radiant Avenger as well. So draw 2 replacements. Oop, I got a free to play Wizard Defender. That's great. And a decent card for attacking and card draw. Okay, we'll see how it goes. All right, so just like last time, we will skip the bot's initial draw because they are the first player, and they're going to play their first card, which is the Rescue Squad. So it has 1 life. It can tap every turn to deal 3 damage and shuffle their hand. And it is lucky that this got drawn. I think this happened last game too, because if it gets drawn when there are mobs, then it prevents it from being destroyed. But with it being here by itself, it's not going to do much, except plink me for 3 damage. And yeah, you can see when I played with 20 life how quickly you would die this way. All right, that's it for them. Oh, they did shuffle their hand, but who cares? They didn't draw anything yet. All right, now over to me. So we've got the Arcane. Well, here, I guess I'll talk through my cards real quick. So Sentinels of Light, when you play them, you get to draw 1 card. That's what the down arrow means. You can ignore the Purified effect because they're already in my hand. If they get destroyed, I get to Purify twice. Celestial Griffin is a free-to-play card. It lets me Purify 1 when I play it, and if I have any other Celestial unit in play, it gets returned to my hand after attacking instead of going away, which means I can keep on playing it for free Purifies. Pretty dang good. Archangel, as I said, is awesome, a 4 value, so he's pretty hard to defeat. He lets me purify once when I play him. He lets me purify whenever I tap him, but the big thing is this final one. Every time you purify a card, deal 1 damage to the opponent's Nexus. And this time I'm not cheating. It actually says each time, instead of being a once per turn thing like the Lich Queens. Okay, I got the Aeromancer. You may exhaust 1 unit in play, and it's a 2 defender and free to play. And an Arcane Mage, I get to draw a card when I play it, and if it hits the opponent's Nexus, I get to deal 2 damage divided as I choose. Then Arcane Library, free to play, lets me draw a card, whatever. And whenever I play event, I may return it to my deck if I exhaust it once per round. You're really not that great. So what do I want to do? I want to take out the Rescue Squad so they can't do 3 more damage to me. Although I guess the Aeromancer... Aeromancer, that must be a typo. The game's still in finalizing and everything. But yeah, if I play the Aeromancer, I could exhaust their Rescue Squad, so it can't do 3 damage to me again. And then I could play the Archangel, because that's key to all my strategies. But I want to have it be protected, so it can't just get destroyed immediately. So yeah, let's try that. So Aeromancer in play to block. I can exhaust one of their units. And then the Archangel in play, and I'll get to purify. So I discard the top card of my deck. And oh my gosh, I got lucky. Radiant Avenger lets me deploy it, which also purifies 1. We are doing a damage each time, so that's 1, 2 damage so far. And okay, well, this is stupid. If I had had this kind of luck the last time I played, it would have been fine. So they get deployed, and they let me look at and rearrange the top 3 cards of my deck. So I have purified twice so far, but he's going to be able to tap and purify again. That'll be 3 free damage to their Nexus, and I can put something cool on top. It's 2 wizard cards. Well, let's put the Celestial Warrior up top, so at least I get some kind of bonus here. Yep, and then for his exhaust ability, I will purify 1 more time to deal a 3rd damage to their Nexus, and it deals another damage to their Nexus from the Celestial Warrior getting discarded. Take that! They're down to 46. All right, and I wasn't gonna kill the Rescue Squad, but I could. Right? I definitely could. Although if I just wait a second, the Arcane Mage can divvy damage up. There's a lot of, and actually the guy that I just put on top of the deck will let me divvy up some damage as well. So yeah, no reason to rush. Let's see what else they play. All right, so I'll pass for now. This guy gets unexhausted, and we go to the bot, and I'm feeling a lot better about this game than the last one already. They draw a card. These guys do not untap. They would have at the end of the turn. Oh, but they're coming back with, oh, shoot. I forgot if I don't kill them before I kill the mobs, then they're just going to make my life difficult. All right, Hobgoblin Mob. I don't think we had this one last time. It has a chain, so it gets to play another card. They're going to try to join a Hobgoblin Mob, so we'll look at the top 4 cards, see if any of them can be joined. And then if I play a chain card, the next card I play is random, so they mess up my ability to play a bunch of cards. All right, so let's first see if they have another Hobgoblin. Oh, man. All right, well, there we go. They're answering back my luck with their own luck. So this is now a 4 life unit with 4 attack, but whenever it attacks me, instead of discarding the entire unit, they only discard 1 card. But if I blast them for 4 damage, then they just die. All right, they're playing another card, which is Wave of Slime. Okay, they're doing 2 damage directly to my Nexus. And then if their total stickiness is 3 or more, this comes from slime units, which they haven't gotten any of, then they would have a special thing. Otherwise, it gets returned to their hand, which means it's shuffled in. You draw to the bottom of their pile, or in my case, the rightmost side of their pile. But whenever you return a card, you shuffle it. All right, now they're going to try to attack. I'm at 16 to 30 life. They're at 15% or 15 or more. Oh, wait, never mind. They don't have a choice. The only person they can attack is the Aeromancer because she's got defense. So they do 4 damage to her. Again, because they're a mob, they only lose a single dude, but she is gone. But they didn't get my big boy, and I got a lot of people to destroy them with. But I think... Oh, I got to draw a card, don't I? Yeah, there he is. So deal 3 damage divided as you choose. All right, I was going to... Well, I still probably should play the Defender. But the thing is, if I play the Electromancer, I can blow up both their guys. Oh, wait, Celestial Griffin. That's right. They can attack nicely. Well, is this going to work, actually? It's a free... Oh, wait, if I play a free play with the Hobgoblin, I'm going to have to randomize what I play next. All right, I'll take a chance. It's pretty tough to destroy a 4-level dude. So I am going to play the Electromancer as my single play. I get to deal 3 damage divided as I choose. Now, I think that also means I can divide or choose the order. So I can do 2 damage to them to blow them up, then the Rescue Squad, so that the Hobgoblin is not returned to their hand by the effect. their little defensive thing at the bottom. All right, and then I can also Purify again, which does 1 damage to them automatically, and no luck this time. Actually, I think I knew that guy was there from when I looked. And now I definitely have too many attackers. It's good to have... I mean, yeah, let's just do the 1 and do 2 damage to their Nexus, getting them to 43. You want to have a few attackers ready at least in case they play something crazy, although that can come back to bite you if they get a really good effect. Alrighty, they draw and they play Acidic Slime. All right, so it's a 1 defender. If your opponent has units in play, play an additional card this turn if possible, so this is only when they come into play. Each time any of your units damages the opponent's Nexus, deal 1 additional damage to the Nexus and draw a card. Not that bad right now, but they do get to play another card. Oh, it's Wave of Slime again. So I'm going to do 2 more damage to my Nexus, which becomes 3, and they draw a card, and then this just goes back to their hand. Yeah, we're getting lucky. They haven't gotten any of their slimes yet with their... Engulf ability, which I want to show you at some point, but for now we just got little defender, nothing much to worry about. All right. Fireball. Deal 5 damage with trample. Doesn't mess around. All right. Well, I want to play the Griffin. That's a free play, and now it's not going to be punished for doing that. When I play him, I get to Purify once. That's going to deal a damage from the Archangel. No such luck. That would have been a good defender to get too. Okay, but then let's do the Sentinels of Light as defenders. They're going to let me draw a replacement card, and if they get destroyed, I get to Purify twice, which will do 2 damage with the Archangel. Pretty dang nice. I knew I drew Divine Dissension. I can play it as a free thing to return up to 2 units from my graveyard to my deck and draw 1 card. Which really usually you want to do with good Purified effects, because then they're in the deck to get Purified again. And that was 1 free damage from Purifying. So now Celestial Griffin is perfectly matched to destroy the Acidic Slime, and because I have Celestial units in play, he'll come back, ready to give me a free Purification again. Oh, I would have had to use that before I attacked. Sorry, let's see this. Deploy this card, and I Purify again. So that's 2 free damage, and a Chain Lightning. Oh well. But yeah, it's going so much better than my last play. They got 39 life. And once again, there's a bit more than I need. Let's attack for 3 damage, get them down to 36. All right, Slimes, you got nothing going for you. Except for a Goblin Mob. So they're going to draw a card. It's going to try to join a Goblin Mob, and they're going to play another card because they don't have that many units yet. It did not join up. And the next card is Prisoner Camp. It's got a 4 defense. That's pretty annoying. But its effect is take the top X cards from your opponent's deck and place them in their graveyard. X equal the number of units and mobs. Okay, so they will try to do that. Get rid of 1. Oh man, which was a really good Purifying card, but oh well. Would let me heal 1 every turn. And then the Goblins would like to attack, but they've got only my Sentinels of Light, who they clearly cannot defeat. So they're just going to hang out. All right. Let's draw a card. Pyromancer is awesome if you can keep her alive. You deal 2 damage to the opponent's Nexus when you play her, and then you can deal 1 damage for free every turn. But is she the one I want to play? I forgot about the Arcane Library. The Fireball would just blast right through their Prisoner Camp. Oh man, gosh, I can do the Celestial Griffin again. I can do a lot of chaining. Sure. So let's do Celestial Griffin. So lets me Purify 1 for 1 free Nexus damage, and I get to restore 2 from those Sentinels of the Light I just purified. Then with the let's play Divine Ascension to shuffle in 2 units and draw. I'm going to do that Herald I missed and the Radiant Avenger that deploys herself. And I'm drawing... a great card. Arcane Blast. It does 2 damage and lets me draw a replacement card. Okay, then I'll also play another chain, Arcane Library, to draw a card. If I play an event, I may return it to my deck, because that's perfect for something like Arcane Blast that I just want to keep on using over and over. Darn, but I would have deployed the Redeemer for free if I'd gotten her. But if I play her, I can rearrange the top 3 cards of my deck. That's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to play the Arcane Blast to deal 2 damage and draw 1 card. And then after, again, Electromancer. After I do, I'm going to shuffle it back in using the Arcane Library, which I'll exhaust. And I'm doing the 2 damage to the Prisoner Camp so I can finish it off this round with another 2. And actually, it is pretty perfect. Let's play this Electromancer to deal 3 damage divided as I choose again. 1, 2, 3. Bye-bye. All right, yeah, that's getting a little silly. I guess, no, here he is. I want to Purify with him and get nothing. Or was that the Arcane Blast that I put back in my deck? That's sad. And now he can attack for free and go back to my hand. That's 1. Electromancer might as well attack. That's 2, 3. What the hey? We'll do the Radiant Avenger 2. That's 4, 5, 6. Which brings him down to 28. Gosh, man, why is it going so well this time? I mean, it is a swingy game, especially in the solo mode where, you don't have an intelligent player responding to you. But yeah, I was having a huge challenge and barely winning in my last play, and then I should have recorded that one. All right, they draw. They get Glutton Glop. Okay, if they draw 3 cards, if their total stickiness is 3 or more, they would have gotten to do a lot of cool stuff. If their stickiness is 2 or less, return this card to your hand. Gosh darn it. And I want to return that card to their hand. They're getting all these useless things that aren't actually helping them win. Yeah, like they literally didn't play a card that time. But when I was playing that with them playing 2 cards, they were destroying me. I really feel like, if you're listening to Nexus people, I really feel like they should have a like coin or some component to have an in-between difficulty setting. Like you flip it every round, and on odd rounds, the bot plays 2 cards, and on even rounds, the bot plays 1 card. Because 2 cards really has just mobbed me every time I played it, but 1 card is too often too easy. I feel like there's got to be a middle ground. I mean, clearly we can house rule that ourselves, but it'd be cool to have like an official rule or a component to help it out. But hey, got to keep doing what we're doing over here. Got another fireball. Oh my gosh. All right. Play him again for the free Purify, nothing, and a free damage from the Archangel. And what the hey, might as well get the Pyromancer in, right? She's going to do 2 damage to the Nexus and then 1 more every turn. So we'll play her, gets him down to 25. We'll Purify for another damage. Oop, that restores 2 more to me. And then we'll have her do her ability for 1. He'll attack and go back to my hand for 1. I'll hang on to him. Okay. You know what the hey? Let's start giving them 2 card plays a turn. And with the bot, usually when they get 2 card plays, they also get 2 draws. All right, so first play. We're going to do this. All right, Slime Gobbler. Finally, we got one of them. All right, so we've got 1 attack, but 2 special. We'll get to what that means. That also means they have 2 health, though. Stickiness 2 is an initiative thing. That's really, well, and also you saw some cards check for it. But stickiness 2 means that they will attack after higher stickiness units and before lower stickiness units. It's got the engulf keyword. When you play it, you draw 2 cards and shuffle your hand. And then it says if your opponent has units in play, you play an additional card this turn if possible. Well, I guess they're going to play 3 cards. But we'll get to how he actually engulfs in a second. All right, so what did I get? I get 2 more cards. Shuffle the hand. All right, so they have 2 more plays left. Okay, and here's Slime Flood. Restore 2. Oh, and this time it matters. Your opponent must burn units in play until they have an equal or lower number of units than your total stickiness. Did I play it totally wrong last time? If they have 0 stickiness until they have an equal or lower number of units than your total stickiness. So them having 0 stickiness means I have to wipe my entire board? Seems dumb. I think this has to be a misprint. I think what they probably mean is, because this would make sense, right? That you have to burn units equal to or less than the stickiness, right? Like, wouldn't that make more sense? Because they have 2 stickiness, have to burn 2 units. That's how I'm going to play it, because it seems kind of dumb otherwise. All right, so they restore 2. I got to burn 2 units from his stickiness. Okay, Arcane Library, I don't really care about that much. I guess Redeemer is the worst out of all 3 of these, because they do stuff every turn. Now it gets returned to their hand. Okay, and then a last thing. Oh, Acidic Slime again, and they can play another card. All right. And oh, a Goblin Mob, which lets them play another card. Okay, maybe I shouldn't let them play this many cards. I guess maybe oh my gosh, I think they get both of them. Whoa. All right, well, hey, they're back in the game, definitely. Oh my gosh, Hobgoblin is a free play, so they're joining a Hobgoblin Mob. Okay, no, they're not, at least this time. And then one more. The thing that does 3 cards, and they do not have stickiness 3 or more, so it goes back to their hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll burn off those 3. All right, and they aren't done. So first they're going to try to engulf. And if there were different stickiness people, they would have like their own internal initiative. So they can engulf a unit with 2 or more, but first they see who they can attack. This guy can only attack our Sentinels of the Light. So they see, oh, I want to engulf him, and they can pair their special to me. In this case, it's, oh, wait, hold on. They do not trash 3 cards yet. What am I doing? Because they haven't finished their turn yet. Yeah, let's put these back, because they're about to spend some cards. So when they try to engulf, they see if their special is equal to the person's health. If it's not, they'll spend cards by discarding them until they get to enough. And then this guy gets engulfed, which means he goes to like this little held area for them. And they exhaust themselves, even though it's kind of like their attack. They do not get destroyed, which is why it's even extra nastier. Now, how the engulf units work is, instead of drawing on my turn, I can bring 1 engulfed unit back, and it exhausts automatically, so I don't get to like play them, and I don't think I resolve their deploy abilities either. So you can like slowly get them back, but then you aren't drawing, so you have to decide if that's worth it. Okay, oh, and they're going to kill some guys, aren't they? Yeah. So wait, they are, I'm at 26, so they are at less than 50. So these guys want to attack. They have 3 attack. They want to attack a yellow that's equal to their attack, and that is 2 or less value. So that doesn't exist because the Pyromancer is a 2 and the Archangel is a 4. So then they want to attack, the Nexus. That's interesting. Oh, that's right. Whenever they attack the Nexus, they get +1 and draw cards. They're doing 4 damage to my Nexus, and they're drawing a card, but then 1 Goblin goes away. Okay, and the Hobgoblin, they have the same priority, so they're happy to destroy my Pyromancer, which is an equal trade for them. Which doesn't mean my Archangel survived. That part's cool. But man, they got a lot of dudes all of a sudden. Okay, now let's actually do this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They do discard 3 cards for making too many. All right, so we'll call that their 2 round. Next will be a 1 round, and we'll alternate. Here we go. I'll hold this. That's a 1 round. Next round, it'll be a 2 round. All right, I am definitely going to not draw to bring him back because they just have so many attackers. Okay, do I have anything free to play? Ooh, I got my little Celestial Griffin. So we'll play him. We'll do our Purify. And, we do get something. Activate the play effect of this card. Look at it and rearrange the top 5 cards of your deck. Nice. We also get the 1 damage. All right. We do have 1 more Purify from him. And then, do I want to play anybody else? No, nobody else gives me Pure. Oh, I guess she would give me Purifying. So if I have 2 good effects, I can play her. The Heavenly Gates give me a free Purify every turn. And if I Purify it, I add it to my hand. That deploy this card if you purify. Oh my gosh, there's 2 of them? Okay, we're definitely, wow. This is going to be a wild turn. So if I'm going to get 2 purifies, I want to put the Arcane Blast on top, and then I can purify into the Heavenly Gates later. All right, so Archangel will purify, dealing 1 damage. Hey, look, it's a Radiant Avenger. Oh, I forgot that she purifies. Whoops. Well, this this just got more complicated. 2 free damage. And that got purified. Yeah, I should have organized them differently. Well, wait, now isn't that thing that I wanted on top? So sure, let's play another Radiant Avenger. And that does add that to my hand. Brings them down to 20. All right, now we got a lot of people that can kill their guys. All right, so Celestial Griffin will attack, take out the Acidic Slime. And then even though it's a bit of a waste, I'm going to have both of them attack. 2 damage will kill the Goblin Mob, and 3 will kill the Slime Gobbler. Yes, I did overpay a bit there, but so it goes. But I'll keep my last Radiant Avenger. All right, now back around to them. I mean, they're not doing well. Should I just give them 2 plays every turn? Sure. Let's see if they can turn it back around with 2 plays every turn and 2 free cards. What's the worst that can happen? Cure All Potion. It's free. Restore 2. So they're back to 22. If they have 20 or fewer cards in the graveyard, return this card to the deck. I don't know. They seem probably more than that. Never mind. They have only 16. So, to the deck. There we go. All right, so that was a free play. The Slime Beast. So it's got stickiness 4, it can engulf up to 3. Deploy all units among the cards you are discarding to engulf. Oh, so if they try to engulf and need to go bigger to have enough, they can engulf even more, or they'll deploy them. And then we got a Shaman. He restores 1. While this card is in play, when a mob attacks, you not destroy any unit in that mob. Man, that's a great ability if they were able to use it. Okay, they're down to 9 cards, so no discards. All right, so this guy will heal them 1. And then this guy wants to engulf up to 3. The only one he can get to right now is Sentinels of the Light again, which honestly isn't that bad. Like, if they get a lot of engulfing, it can be crazy. And there's this one dude that they haven't gotten yet that's gigantic and gets stronger when things are engulfed and can't be killed if things are engulfed. He's real annoying, but they don't have him yet. All right, so back to me. I have way more card draw than I need, so I'll get the Sentinels of the Light back instead of drawing. All right, and then I'll play the Heavenly Gates as a free play. I get to rearrange the top 3 cards in my deck, which I think means I reshuffle. Not quite sure about that. Deploy this God, Radiant Avenger. And that's enough. Oh, man. Oh, no, never mind. The Pyromancer does not want to be purified. So, okay, I think I'll put those 2. All right, so then I'll purify 1 with them. So that's 1 damage. Which gets them, which does another damage to the opponent's Nexus. Okay, so they're at 21. Okay, and then I'll purify again. So that's another damage. And they get, they're going to purify 1. Gets them down to 19, but I'm going to lose a cool card, unfortunately. Oh, and I can still play the Celestial Griffin for another purify. So they're down to 18 life. And oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. So I purify, they're down to 17 life. But there goes the Aeromancer. Right, but what I want to do for my last thing? You know, what the hey, let's just fireball somebody. I'll fireball the Slime Beast, so 2 damage gets through. And I've got 9 damage worth of attackers. So let's have 1 Radiant Avenger destroy the Shaman. And what the hey, we're near the end. Let's have the other 2 and the Celestial Griffin do 7 more damage. All right, so they are down to 8. But hey, anything's possible. I mean, maybe not. It's a little bit late. But they are playing 2. Oh, there he is. Although this is not great to get him right now. Slime Colossus. He can engulf up to 4. When he attacks, he has +1 to its attack for each engulfed unit. And if he would be destroyed, return 1 engulfed unit to its owner's deck to prevent it. Wonderful. Okay, and play number 2, a Bony Slime. He draws 1 card and shuffles his hand. If your opponent has units in play, play an additional card this turn, and he may engulf units, attack units. And notice that he has stickiness 1, and the Slime Colossus had 5, so the Slime Colossus will engulf first, and then the Bony Slime, so they sort of like go from big to small. All right, and a third card, Mad Raiders. Return 1 opponent's unit in play to their deck. Ah, man, it's going to be the Archangel. And then draw 2 cards and shuffle your hand. Oh, and then at the end of the turn, that's right, return any excess cards from your hand to your deck instead of burning them. Deal damage equal to twice the number of cards returned this way. They're gonna do some stuff this turn. All right, so the Archangel gets shuffled back in because it has the highest value. Okay, then they draw 2 cards. They have a lot, so they'll definitely do some damage in a second. All right, the Slime Colossus can only engulf the Sentinels of Light. Then the Bony Slime wants to engulf the Heavenly Gates. They are 1 short, so they will discard 1 to pay for it. And then they've got 5. Oh, they've only got 10, so they do not discard any to do damage with the Mad Raiders. All right, shoot, man. They are down to 8 life, but I don't have my free... I do have a Fireball, though. And I have a Celestial Griffin, which means I want to get... Yeah, let's not draw. Let's get the Sentinels of Light back to take away one of the people the Slime Colossus can come back to life with, and also have somebody so that when I play him, he can come back to my hand, and I get to Purify for nothing. And yeah, like, I don't need to... I'm just trying to decide here. Like, I don't need to kill their guys to win. So let's go ahead and do Fireball for my main play. Definitely not going to blow up Slime Colossus because it would just trash Heavenly Gates and he would be fine. So I will blow up the Mad Raiders and 2 damage gets through. Should I just have done the full... Whatever, it's fine. And then the Celestial Griffin, who's going to come back to my hand, will blow up the Bone Slime. Bone Slime is ready. All right. Here we go. See, it's exciting with 2 cards, right? They just kind of get ahead too early. So I don't know, maybe like a cooldown period. That would also work, right? All right, they are playing. Oh, another Acidic Slime, and I do have 1 unit in play, so they'll play 3 times. Ooh, a Shaman to heal again. And they're going to use his power before they play. And ooh, no fail plan. All right, so they have 0 mobs. They're going to draw 2 cards and shuffle their hand. Then they're going to deal 2 damage to my Nexus. Oh, no, I guess not to my Nexus because I still have a Defender in play. Then they're going to take all the Goblin units from their graveyard and return them to their deck, which isn't very many because they just shuffled. So yeah, the 2 damage goes to the Sentinels of Light, so they have 1 left. And then... Oh, I guess that's a Goblin unit. They'll shuffle them back in. Oh, but then interestingly, yeah, the Slime Colossus is going to give the Sentinels of Light a reprieve from death with their 1 life left because they're going to engulf them. And then, oh, nobody to attack. Interesting. But they're healing now. This is annoying. All right, I'm just going to draw a card. The Sentinels of Light are great, but I just want to try to finish them off somehow. Okay, Arcane Mage. Draw 1 card, and if this card hits the opponent's Nexus, deal 2 damage divided as I choose. Okay, so let's play the Celestial Griffin for free. He can take out their Acidic Slime to make them vulnerable. Then I could play the Electromancer to blow up the Shaman, or I could, yeah, I think that's probably the best way to do it. So I'll do that. Or wait, I could just, let's have the Electromancer do 1 because he has to. I realized 2, 3. Let's just try to finish the guys. Forget the Shaman. And they can both attack for 3 damage, but the Shaman's going to be healing. Oh, and the Slime Colossus can't eat anybody. He'll do a ton of damage, but I can tank it. No, and I didn't check. Should they have discarded? Yes, 1 card last turn, but they don't have their goblins to benefit from it. All right, here we go. They're trying to claw their way to victory at the last minute. The Shaman will heal. First of 2 plays. Oh, a Hobgoblin Mob. It is free. And let's see if they get another. Whoa, they do. Okay, 2 more. A Goblin Mob, which means they draw a card, and they join a Goblin Mob. No, they don't. And they get to play 1. Wait, well, hold on. So the Hobgoblin Mob was free, so they have 2. The Goblin Mob gave them another one. They still have 2. Oh, no, Prisoner Camp. I got no way to get past that. And they're going to make me discard 3 cards off the top of my deck. Okay, and 1 more play. Slime Flood. Well, I can't burn any units, but they do heal 2. Oh my gosh. Do I have a Fireball? Like anywhere? All right, that was their last play, but they are hitting me hard. So this guy's +2 for each engulfed unit. So he does 3. Down to 19. The Hobgoblins do 4. Oh, thank God they didn't have the defensive slime that made this do +1 damage each time my Nexus was hit, but 1 of them goes away. Oh no, when a mob attacks, do not destroy any unit in that mob from the shaman. And then the goblin does 1. I'm down to 14. See, you can see how dangerous I said 2 plays was, because they already have ways to just kind of explode here. All right, not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure I have anything I can do here. Unless I get a fireball, but I think I only have 2 copies. I might have seen them both. All right, I got the Sentinels of Light again. Can draw a card with them. The Arcane Mage, I can't destroy the prisoner camp. So I can just like put them out and then they'll get blown up. All right, I don't know. Let's try Sentinels of Light. At least I'll get some free purification. I get to draw a card when I play it. But that's it. Oh, this is so bad. All right, all of our friends come back. They're healing 1. They're making me discard 3 cards. Okay, then card play 1. Slime Gobbler. They draw 2 cards, and they get to play another card this turn. Let's just go on to the right. Slime Flood. They heal 2. Oh, and they force me to burn the Sentinels of the Light. And I think, does burning count as this for Purify? I think maybe it does. I mean, not that it's going to help very much. Oh, okay. That does nothing, and this guy gets returned to my deck. Hey, Archangel, we miss you greatly. I still get to play 1 more, right? Bony Slime. Draw 1 card. Oh, no, I don't have units in play. Haha, so you don't get a bonus. I feel like I'm going to be dead. That's 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. I am down to 4. And I think we'll call it there, right? Like, yeah, there's nothing I can draw that's going to deal with this. Yeah, anyway, so that was a little bit more of Nexus. I don't think I was cheating this time. But yes, you can see sort of like the swinginess of the game. Like some games you get crushed, some games you don't. Some games, like them playing 2 cards is way too much. Well, I think them playing 2 cards is always too much. I think my idea for like 1-2, 1-2 is going to be maybe the sweet spot for me at least. Although it does depend on the decks you're playing. I think even without cheating, that undead deck I had last time with whoever they were joined with, the undead were the most important ones. I think that was a more powerful deck than the wizards and celestials. So I think this is the kind of game where you're going to have to be okay with that, where sometimes it'll be easier than others, sometimes it'll be harder than other games. Having some even more options to vary up the difficulty would be great, but either way, it's still fun. And the key thing is, like, this was a longer one because I was talking through things and explaining, but the 2 games I played before this were each like 15 to 20 minutes. So you can crank through games and figure out the difficulty you want. Like, even in a given matchup, you can keep on changing up the difficulty until it's just the right challenge. If you're into that, I think this game will be a great time. But yes, that was more Nexus, a little bit faster this time, and hopefully with fewer errors. Thanks for watching, everybody, and a special thank you to our biggest Patreon supporters, J. William F., Steve Wren, Miles, KCW, Andrew R., and Chris C. We'll see you at the next stop.